If you look at this incredible Art Deco winery building, you'd be forgiven for thinking you were in Napier, the Art Deco capital of the world. But no, actually the Mills Reef Winery, cellar door, tasting room and HQ is nestled in the tiny Tauranga village of Bethlehem, only 10 minutes from the surf at Mount Maunganui.
How are you?
Good. Towel?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That was fantastic.
Great way to unwind after a hard day in the winery.
Oh, it is. It's, you know, one of the big reasons that we're in Tauranga is the ability to, you know, at work, big day at work, and just walk out and this. It's fantastic.
So I know that you were a bit of a workaholic for a number of years, but...
As every winery, it was really hard work at the beginning, in those early days. It's a classic New Zealand small business story, really. Walking onto a piece of land with my father, Paddy, in 1980. With his building skills, converted a cowshed into a little working winery. It's a fantastic lifestyle, it really is, and the weather and everything. The only thing it doesn't do is produce fantastic grapes, so we do go elsewhere for that. We wanted to make what we enjoyed.
Yeah.
So focused on Hawke's Bay and those big Bordeaux Red, Syrah,
yep.
Chardonnay, now Sauvignon Blanc.
Mills Reef have 2 vineyards on the famous Gimblett Gravels. Their latest is their Trust Vineyard, but here on Merry Road is the original land where it all started.
It's 1989 that we started out the Mills Reef brand.
And was that when you planted here?
That's when we purchased the...
Oh, when you purchased the kind of area.
The land and started the planting of these varieties. I think the credit really's got to go to my father, Paddy,
right.
Back in those days. He really recognised the area, the gravels. They weren't called the Gimblett Gravels then, of course. It was a pretty derelict sort of land that wasn't worth anything. The gravels that were left by the great floods in the late 1800s by the Nanoro River came through here and just left layers and layers of river gravel.
Okay.
So we've got them 40, 50 metres deep. It's incredible. So here we are today with Syrah, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Malbec, and
the whole lot. So
and
it's the smorgasbord of reds and some Chardonnay.
It sure is, yeah.
So this is called the Merry Road Vineyard. The vineyard on the corner of State Highway 50 and Merry Road, that's got a name?
It's called the Trust Vineyard.
Trust Vineyard.
Yeah, a lot more savoury flavours from that Trust Vineyard than what we get here. We get a lot more florals and things in the Elspeth Merry Road. Probably the holy grail of Mills Reef is the Elspeth Syrah. So that's the pick.
That's the pick.
That's the pick.
This is just, I mean, it's unmistakable. If someone had a blindfold on me and put this in front of me, I could smell it and I'd go, oh, Gimblett Gravel Syrah. It's so pure.
That's the best thing about Syrah, I think, is the aromatics. You could just sniff it all day if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, what do you get when you smell this wine? I mean, I get peppercorns and all sorts of stuff.
It's got some nice white peppers. It's still got some beautiful underlying black currants. There's that nice dried herbs character coming through it.
Well, yeah, you know what you're talking about.
It's definitely a nice, harmonious wine, really quite silky and quite luscious.
So what would you eat with this wine if you had your choice?
Probably just more Syrah. Yeah, no, I know it'd probably go down nicely with a piece of venison or something like that. You know, a nice sort of a game food. It's got some really nice strong flavours to sort of complement the strong flavours coming out of the wine. We're very fortunate to have the Integral barrel, which is...
I'm sorry, the what the barrel?
The Integral barrel.
The Integral barrel.
Integral barrel. It's a great way of producing Syrah.
And so that's how you break up the cap
Just
as
break
it's
up
fermenting?
The cap. Yep, so we're not breaking up any seeds
so
or anything.
you're not plunging it,
and
we're
not damaging anything. We're getting small batch fermentation, so hence we get a better colour extraction. We get some really silky tannins that develop from it.
So it stays pretty much in the barrel right up until almost bottling?
Right from square one.
So not as much kind of hardcore work?
No,
But you don't want to tell the boss that. You want him to think you've been working really hard, so you deserve a good wine.
Exactly.
Okay, cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
So this is our Trust Cabernet Sauvignon 2010.
The cellar door is always buzzing at Mills Reef, and Elspeth plays a prominent part.
Elspeth is the prestige.
That's our top tier of
Okay.
wines, named after my grandmother, who was a beautiful, very elegant lady. She must have had a bit of power too. She raised 6 boys, one of them obviously my father. It's fantastic to produce wines like this and get the international awards, the local awards, with her name at the forefront. It's what I call a lot of brambly, deep fruit.
Deep fruits,
along
dark
with that,
fruits.
really dark.
Yeah.
that mocha sort of thing coming through, along with that, it's the power and the elegance. The wine does the talking at Mills Reef. If you go back to Paddy and myself, winemaking together, we're never great at self-promotion, so the wine's got to do it for us.
So the wine's doing all the hard work.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, it's doing a good job. You should give it a pay rise. Cheers.
Good help.
After a busy weekend at the winery, with the cellar door and restaurant full of happy visitors, the chance to catch up with Tim's dad, Paddy, and General Manager Nick, as well as partake in the famous wine and food matches in the restaurant, it's too good to pass up.
Oh my goodness, is this a salmon?
Salmon salad, it's a star here.
Oh my goodness. That Pinot Gris was a master suggestion, Tim, with the salmon.
It matches so well, doesn't it?
It really does. How's your burger, Nick?
It's divine. Beautiful.
So you've got Reserve Sauvignon with that?
I have.
So how does it work with those flavours that you've got there?
It's not a traditional match, but it goes beautifully in this case. Any wine with food is a great match at the end of the day.
You've got pork, haven't you?
I've got the belly pork here.
Ooh.
So again, I've got the Pinot Gris, which it is quite a versatile wine, that one.
Clearly. But you're kind of defying the trend over there, Paddy, because you've got ribs and Merlot.
Ribs of lamb, though.
Ooh,
That
ribs
goes
of
with the
lamb.
Merlot. Mm. Lovely.
It's just lovely.
Yeah.
That's all you need to say, really,
That's
isn't
all.
it? It's just lovely. Cheers.
Cheers. Good health.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.